Welcome, guys, to our podcast slash YouTube show, Taking High Ground. We're going to be covering everything from Fortnite storyline to Fortnite collectibles. We'll be going to Fortnite cards, Fortnite comics, anything Fortnite related at this point. I'm one of your hosts, Dylan.
And I am Rob or R3 Rips from Instagram. And it's been a long time coming with the podcast, a long time coming. We're going to give you a lot of things, and we're going to base all of our content off of, you know, everything Fortnite is things that me and Dylan have experienced from playing the game and just following the storyline and collecting the cards that we can give you a lot of information and a lot of different takes and aspects that, can either go a long way or you can pick and choose what you like as well. So, yeah.
You want to tell them how long you've been playing? You've been playing since
Yeah.
what season?
So I've been playing. So I started originally playing with my younger brother, which he is a lot better than me. But I started playing in season 3. But I officially started my Fortnite journey season 4. Let's go with that. Chapter 1, season 4, because we're in 3 chapters at this point. How about you?
I started in chapter 1, season 2, so almost OG, right?
Yeah,
So my
almost.
my most OG skin is the Blue Squire.
Yeah,
That's the For those who don't know the names by heart, that's the knight, the blue knight, not
yeah.
the black knight, the blue one. I didn't get to
You gotta
level
have that.
100. I was
That means you have to have that card.
I have that card. Yep,
Yeah,
I do
you
have it.
have to have that one.
I have to have it. Yeah, I haven't used them since I became a tiny bit of
That's
a
the thing.
sweat.
Yeah,
Sometimes if I want to like brag or I'll get in a public match, I used to wear 'em. I
yeah,
did random squads. People are like, oh, it's a
yeah,
blue knight. It's a blue knight. He's gonna carry us. So, but I don't like the
yeah,
bulky skins.
yeah, yeah.
So
So,
this is our introduction interview,
hmm
if you will. We're just saying who we are, what the podcast is going to be about. Our next episode hopefully is fire, and we're going to drop a couple of tidbits of what we think is undervalued and things like that.
yeah, yeah. And it's the thing is, me and Dylan has talked extensively about every aspect of Fortnite. And with this chapter, along with the new chapter, and just with how the storyline is playing out, and with the possibility of Series 3 dropping, well, let's say beginning of 2022. What do you think? You think that's when it's gonna come out? Hopefully.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, do they really want to drop a product at the end of 2021 and there's like no time for them to put
Yeah.
it out anywhere else? Then
Yeah.
it'll be 2022. It'll be like that Italy issue where like
Yeah.
it said 2021 on it. I mean 2020 on it, but it was released in 2021. That was weird.
Yeah.
That might be why they're waiting.
Yeah. I think I think that is a aspect of that. And I mean, this is gonna be great because we're gonna have so many different angles. We're gonna be doing interviews and all of the things that can allow you to have the proper perspective to make choices. Not choices that we technically give you, but if you listen to the podcast, we'll always be giving you little increments of pieces that you can kind of take home with you and kind of figure out what you want to do with it.
Yeah, because I don't think the Fortnite community knows how different each skin is to different people.
Yeah,
So like whether it's story related, whether
yeah,
it's because of really good players or streamers. I know
yeah,
I've seen a couple of videos or people talking about, hey, this is a sweat skin because this streamer used it. That's not
mhm,
necessarily true. In my opinion, sweat skins and streamer skins may be different,
mhm,
right? Because
mhm.
not all streamers are just sweats, really. The sweats, in my
Right,
opinion, are the people who are really good that aren't necessarily like a YouTuber, right? What are
right.
the really good players using,
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
the streamers? I think that's two different things. So there's just different stuff like that. Like, what have we noticed?
mhm,
Um, what's special to certain people and why? And I want you guys to collect what you like. So if you have a
yeah,
favorite skin,
yes,
collect it. Don't just buy a Black Knight because you want a Black Knight.
mhm, yeah. Like I mean,
So
and that's something we really advocate because me and me and Dylan have a card in common. We'll get into that story probably on the first episode, but just to put out there
that's a
what the
good
card
story.
is, yeah, is Aura. And
Hmm.
Aura was just something from us playing the game so much we recognized very early. And that card has grown, and if you kind of look at the cells and the A, B, and C, Aura be, if not number one, she might be close. But that we'll get in depth of that in the the first episode. But we both have a great opinion on that card and a couple other cards as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the market, and a lot of the people collecting right now,
Mm-hmm.
or let's say not collecting, because I think a lot of the investors. I think there's two camps, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's collectors slash investors, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
investors.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think the investors are going after whatever keeps getting the most sales. They're just
Mm-hmm.
buying those, right?
Yeah.
And they're not noticing that some of these other ones have way more potential.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. It's and the thing is like that's the beauty in it. Like I've always said that, like, for instance, Lux is my favorite card. That doesn't mean that I feel Lux should be any higher than she deserves to be, because I personally don't care. That's my PC card. I don't care what that card does. It's always going to be. And so I kind of want collectors to keep that in their mind. Like you said, if
hmm
you like that card, it does not matter. It does not matter. I think PC collecting should be a lot more popular in Fortnite, just like as it is in sports and as it is in any other avenue of card collecting.
no, I completely agree. And this is a hot take, real quick, for
Mm-hmm.
me. I don't think the true collectors are in the game, in the collecting game yet.
Yes.
I mean, I
Yes.
am. I'm 29 and I still play
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite every day. Most of the people are
Yep.
between like 20 and like 25, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they might not be well off as I am, or they're still in
Yes.
school, or they
Mm-hmm.
don't have the money to collect, or they're just,
Mm-hmm.
doing their thing. In 5 to 10 years, though, they may be where I am and will be in that collector mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, this stuff is so new that
Mm-hmm.
we're all early, and like the actual people who are building those collections aren't here yet, except
Yeah.
for some of us.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people investing right now don't even play the game. That's
Mm-hmm.
why we have a leg up on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's something, and it's not even so much. It's a great separator, because that's what the market is always gonna be. It's gonna be the investors that didn't play the game or don't care about the storyline, kind of just watching the market. Then there's gonna be people that extensively care about what happens in the game, because realistically, like me and you and I, we play the game every day. At least for how much time we can get in with our daily lives, and what happens in the game affects us, and then what happens in the car market kind of has a parallel. So those all of those factors kind of play into how you approach the Fortnite card market, because it's going to get more intricate as comic books, which we'll get into heavily. We both love the comic books, and as you can see, the comic books aren't really uh, marketed to the younger audience. It has blood.
No,
It's
death,
showing that it is an older audience, and I think they're gonna definitely grow on that in for the long term.
which is one of the reasons we're making this podcast too. Is
Yeah,
Fortnite isn't just for kids. Like people
yeah,
say, "Oh, it's a kids' game." It's really not. A lot of the
it's not.
majority of people who play this
Yeah,
game are older.
yeah, eh,
Yes, there are kids that play it, but that's what's great about it, right?
yeah, and
So,
and realistically, if you want to even be go along more with that, the sweats, and the kids that are good are actually not kids. They're older teenagers. That 15
yeah,
and
teenager.
18, though the 15 and
hmm
18-year-olds are the problem. Those are the kids that those are the ones, and then and so you got to think about it. Most of those 15-year-olds been playing since Fortnite came out, and now they're approaching 18, 19, 20, so that whole dichotomy change. And then, like, gamers like us, I'm 28, you're 29, and I have no plans on stopping playing Fortnite anytime soon, like, at all. So
yeah,
yeah.
I'm the same way. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're not just talking comics too. In my opinion, shows, movies, everything's coming
Yes.
out.
Yes.
So we're gonna have so much to dive into these next episodes. Like each episode's gonna be different. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get like whatever is coming up in the game. If anything big happens, if anything that we find, we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
share it. And
Yeah.
so if you stay up to date, you'll be able to get ahead of the market probably,
Yeah. And
or at least learn something.
yeah.
So
Yeah. And definitely, just because a- truth told, we've talked about it as well. When Series 3 drops, we're gonna, as soon as we see the checklist, we're gonna know what's what. And we have to roll that out in a very creative way, because we still have to obtain the cards. We've already fell into that pit with a couple cards, which we'll get into in another podcast as well, episode. And So just understand that we'll give you something and we won't make it plain and clear, and then other times we'll make it very direct what we're saying. So it's just keep your eyes and ears open of what we're kind of breaking down and talking about.
That's a good point. I also want to add, I don't ever plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this right now on air. I'm not even planning. I won't ever come on here and talk up a card
Yeah,
just so I can sell it.
yeah,
I'm gonna just put that out right now.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, I collect the cards that I want. If anything, I'm gonna blow up a card that's cheap,
Yep.
and then it's gonna be a higher price for me. I'm letting you
Yeah,
guys know I did that with Aura,
yeah.
and
We're
so I'm not gonna try to like scam everybody on here. I'll
yeah,
just put that out there. I know some people. I know our podcast is gonna be pretty small, but I was one person without a network, and I started talking about Aura, and then
mm-hmm.
a week later she exploded.
Yeah,
Right? There's so few cards out there that are like
mm-hmm.
cracked ice and stuff that
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to manipulate the market in a way, like some of
Yeah.
these other cards that
And
aren't worth what they're being priced at.
yeah, like I mean, we can break down a couple of things and talk about a couple of things right now since we're in the flow of it. But even a card like I think everybody knows by now that has followed me on Instagram how I felt about an Ice Queen. That card
Hmm.
made absolutely no sense to me. I didn't care what anybody said. I knew what I knew. And it was just like I just didn't trust it. Now, as for our Ice King or Ultima Knight, I feel they have their place. They've balanced back out, some PSA nines of Ultima Knight last night. So for I think 400, I think it was like 402 or something like that. And I think
That's better. That's
that's
better
better.
than like
Yeah.
1600,
Yeah.
1600 raw.
Yeah. Is way better,
Can I break down why for the Ice
yes.
Queen real
Please do.
quick? So, and this is my opinion. I'm
Yeah.
not saying this is Rob's opinion.
Yeah.
So some characters are part of Fortnite, right? So like the Ice King was part of the story for a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, the Ice Queen did not come out in the Battle Pass like the Ice King. She was
No.
released as like a female type version, and they do
Mhm.
this sometimes. Like they'll have
Mhm.
a Battle Pass and then release the female or the male version in the item
Mhm.
shop.
Mhm.
Well, she was bulky, and no one bought her or no one saw her. I didn't see her.
Yeah.
I didn't see her till the cards came out,
Yeah.
and even then, no one bought her. No one wears her ever.
Yeah.
Right? I've played embarrassing amounts of time on the game to never have seen her ever. Right? So
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why, like, when she came out, everyone was so hyped over her. I was like, no one wears her.
Yeah.
Um, she's too bulky, and she's
Yeah.
not even that cool looking on the card. Personally,
Yeah.
Ice
And
King looked cooler,
for
but
sure. For
there's so
sure.
many things attacking her that she did not need to be worth that much.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so
And
hopefully, in the future, if something like that happens, you just come on our podcast, and we'll let you guys know. You'll have the
yeah.
scoop.
Yeah, cuz like, when it comes to like that era of Fortnite, which if we want to just be, help people understand that may not have followed, is that's chapter 1 season 7. So that's chapter 1 season 7, and this is just
Over two
before.
years ago.
Yeah, and this is just before Pilly. He didn't. He was the next season. So this was like. So when Ice Queen and Ice King and this was the prisoner and Lynx was the skin of. But the thing that we have to preference is that Lynx was popular for a time. Like what happens is a battle pass comes out. A certain skin or a couple skins are popular for that season of the battle pass, and then they fizzle out. And so that's why Midas is so important because Midas didn't. He didn't fizzle out, and it's a
Hmm.
couple skins that did that. That's what you have to always pay attention to. Sometimes when a new skin drops in the item shop, it'll be popular for that day, maybe 2 days, maybe three. Then it
Yeah,
finds
and
its
especially
place.
the battle pass, not just the
Yeah,
item shop. Like every season, battle pass skins are more popular.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like you'll see those skins all the time because it's new battle pass. But the next
Yeah.
season and the season after that is when you'll find out if people actually like those skins.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
Lynx is a special one because she was actually popular for
A
at least
little.
3 or 4 seasons
Yeah.
after that, and then she recently stopped becoming so
Mhm.
popular.
Yeah.
I'd probably say when the superhero skins came out,
Yeah.
because
But she
she was like black and she
it
had
was when
like or
Catwoman
different
came out.
colors.
It kind
Oh,
of
okay,
yeah.
kind of fizzled.
Yeah.
Even like, but when the superheroes one came out, like people stopped using her for like arenas and stuff like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there was a new skin in town per se. But
And it
like
was
stuff like
funny.
Midas has.
Now
Go
that I
ahead.
think of it, that's funny because Lynx is literally all black, and then
Hmm.
they prevented that from happening with the superhero skins, even though the superhero skins literally looked like a shadow. Like it was
Yeah, the
crazy.
superhero
Yeah,
skins were even more hard to see, but
yeah,
Lynx was one of those sweaty skins because it could go all black. It was
yeah.
super tight, super small,
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of sweats were using her, and it
Yeah,
was a good looking skin. On top of
yeah,
that, better
and
looking skin than the superhero skins, in my opinion.
yeah, and she
But
potentially could find her way back into the storyline or possibly in the comics based off the connection with her being at
mhm,
the table with Midas in chapter 2, season 2.
which was
So
a really cool. Yeah, if you go back and look on YouTube and search for that trailer,
that
it
trailer
was
was
a really
amazing.
cool way.
Yeah,
That was a really good trailer.
yeah.
But also she's probably going to get some kind of story because
Mm-hmm.
so for those who don't play the game, who just collect or invest, Fortnite for the last year, I can't believe it's been a year, has done a Fortnite
I know.
crew
Yeah,
where every month you get a skin if you're signed up. So it's like a monthly subscription, and you get this
yeah.
special skin that doesn't come to the item shop. So
Mm-hmm.
only to the subscription people, you only get it that month. If you miss that month, you miss the skin.
Yeah.
Um, they gave one of the characters, and I mean, they give them all of them names, right? One
Mm-hmm.
of them had a backstory, and she was Lynx's sister.
Yeah. Catalyst. No.
That cat, no Catalyst. It was the
Who
one
was
with
that
the
name?
pink hair, really long. She had
Yeah.
like a fish pickaxe. I forget her name. The skin was ugly in my opinion,
With a
but
long ponytail.
yeah, the very long
Yeah,
ponytail
yeah,
that went
yeah.
all the way to like her toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that yeah. So, but they said that was her sister. They gave her like a family,
Mm-hmm.
So like there's some kind of story that they're maybe brewing there. So that's a little spec for you. Who knows how that's going to
Ali.
develop? But
Ali or Ali. Something like
yeah,
that.
Ali or Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. So that's and those are and even like I think a lot of people think I hate Pilly. Um I'm
Hmm.
not a fan, to be honest. I mean, I like Pilly in the storyline. Like I literally do. Like I think he's a great skin for the storyline. Like I do,
Yeah.
as as for like Pilly compared to Fish Stick to me, like I think in my opinion I do like Fish Stick better, but that's just a preference.
Well,
But
see,
yeah,
I'm not a fan of either of them wearing them.
yeah.
I don't wear either. I have both. Well, do I have fish sticks?
I don't have
Does
Fish
fish
Stick.
sticks battle? No, I
No,
don't
Fish
have
Stick
fish
was
sticks either.
original Fish Stick
You
was
have to.
item shop. No,
Okay.
right? I don't remember actually.
Uh,
That was too long ago.
so yeah, I think he had to be. I don't know if I have fish sticks. I can't remember. But regardless, I wouldn't wear them. But there's way more people who wear fish
Battle
sticks
Pass. Yeah.
than Peely,
Mm-hmm.
and that might be because of the hitbox. I don't know, but I think fish sticks has a bigger fan base
Well,
for
and
people who wear
also,
them. But
yeah,
but yeah, go ahead.
just the binge fishy. Though he had his run with with Fish Stick. What kind of had Fish Stick sweaty for like that long? It was like a second. It was a second, and then it kind of fizzled out because that was around the original World Cup. That was around that time,
Hmm.
and then that kind of fizzled out, and then it just didn't stick. But obviously once he's gotten the storyline a little bit more, which was I don't know what was Fish Stick a battle pass or item shop. I actually don't know now.
I, I, I sorry,
Because he was
ignore my
in the
face as I look this up.
season 8 trailer, but he came out before season 8, chapter 1. Cuz he was in it with the pirate and Lynx and all of that. But I have no idea. I don't remember.
I'm looking up right now.
He might have I
Nope,
think
it's
he
an item shop. It's an item
item shop.
shop. It's an
Item
item
shop.
shop.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, definitely item shop.
that's always interesting that when a skin like that makes its way consistently based off of being an item shop skin and not a battle pass skin. Like, you
Yeah,
may
so
find
now
yeah.
that we say that,
Mhm.
so not only is he used more than Peely, he was also an item shop, which means he was bought,
Yeah. Yeah.
which would mean, I mean, it's much easier for you to have the battle pass than to have a single skin like that.
By the way, I own no
So
fish stick cards, just so y'all know. Besides base.
I may have a hollow fish stick somewhere Italy, non-graded.
Yeah,
Um, I don't
but
have a graded one. I don't have a cracked ice because I don't wear that
and
skin. Most of my
yeah,
collection, like you, is the stuff that I like and I wear.
yeah, yeah. It's
So
very, it's very. I think that's one thing I want to point out real quick, and it doesn't go for every gamer. I will say that, but the gamer card market, right? When you play the game and then come into the card market, it's certain cards you're just not interested in based off of your experience in game, and it's hard for me to explain that sometimes, but it's really a thing. Like it's just
hmm
certain skins I have no interest in having the card besides maybe making a hollow set. Possibly, I don't even do sets, but if I was, that would be the reason why I would have that.
we should
So
probably
yeah,
say that also.
yeah,
Any opinion I give as a collector of Fortnite cards,
yeah,
I don't chase master sets. So if you're
yeah,
looking for like a master set, then ignore that kind of advice because I like to
yeah,
get the skins I like and I like to get multiples of them. Because
yeah,
what did I hear? Like, what makes you a collector when you have three, four,
yeah,
one thing?
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I like to collect certain ones that I like and try to get at least a few of them.
And
Um,
and if you don't know us already, you'll know where our collections, like obviously just off the top, I'm Lux, Aura, uh and that's really the main two. Omega, because that was my first battle tier 100 battle pass skin. That is like my most nostalgic memory based off of like me really trying to get to level 100, tier 100. Like that was a grind for me because I was working heavily at that time, and it was just ridiculous. So when I got Omega, that was definitely dope. So that's kind of where that comes from. But my list isn't long. So yeah,
yeah, I mean, I like stuff that reminds me of Fortnite, so mine probably might be a little longer. I like the
mine
women. I
yeah
like Dark Bomber, Bright Bomber, Gold Trooper.
yeah
I like the women of it. Or, of course,
Zadie.
she's my top. Yeah, Zadie? Is
I
that
love
what you
Zadie.
said?
Yeah.
Zadie's popular. I personally don't rock her, but she's gotten even way more popular, especially in
Now
Finest 3v3.
you want me to be honest?
Hmm
I didn't have Zadie. Um, I bought Zadie by accident. Now I could have returned it immediately, right? But I was like, screw it, why not, right? Bought Zadie. Yo, I fell in love. I literally love Zadie. Like, and it's the only. But I won't wear that in game. I will wear it when I'm playing arenas, or I'll wear it when I'm
hmm
playing in creative. But I won't play it like if I'm in an actual just regular game or arena game. I mean, I'm more than likely wearing Lux, like Lux, or depending if I'm playing duos, I'll wear the same skin as my duo partner. But yeah, so
Yeah, that's always fun.
yeah,
Matching skins like that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it just
there's a couple. I'm trying to think. Is there a card that I bought the skin because of a card? I'm trying to think.
I'm.
I feel like there is.
You know who I? You know what? I have one. I have one. I don't have it yet, but I like Eight Ball's card a lot more than I like this skin. I'll truly say that. That's one
Okay.
for me. I like Eight Ball's card made me like the skin more compared to the other way around.
Yeah. I mean, the card was cool, but it has a blue background, right?
Yeah,
The blue cracked ice, it looked pretty good. The
and
blue's cracked
it was
ice
the
looked
pose he
amazing.
had. Yeah,
So that's what I'll say is like I think a lot of these Fortnite cards are collectible. Like I would collect a Peely, right?
yeah,
Just because
yeah.
it's like so nostalgic. It's part like it's in their marketing, right? Some of the
hmm
skits they do with Jonesy is hilarious as hell.
Yes,
Like when
yes,
he exploded and stuff. Like he's a fun character. I would never wear him in skin. He's not one. I'm not going to chase him, right?
right,
Should he be valuable? I think so.
for
Fish
sure.
sticks, I think, should be valuable too. Um, I'm just saying at this price level, I'm not a collector of them.
No, and I think, and let me say that because I know people think that I hate Philly. Let me say that I agree with exactly what you said because my thing is, it's just for me. I actually hated the skin when it came out. Like that's me being honest. Like I did. So me not hating the card, I actually think the card is cool for the market. But when it comes to my game card connection, that's where the fall off happens. Now,
Well,
another like
I'll ask this
yeah,
real quick
yeah,
before you continue. So as you're playing and you're getting battle pass, like every battle pass, there's a goofy skin.
yeah, yeah,
Right, everyone. That's Fortnite's done that, right?
100%.
They have a cool looking one. They have like a manly one. They have a goofy looking one, right?
Yeah,
Is there a goofy one that you do like, or have you liked?
yes. Uh, what was it? Okay, let me think. Let me think. It is one. It's actually a couple. So okay, this was before it was troll skins, but I like Tomato Head. I like Tomato Head a lot.
Okay.
Tomato Head is one of my favorites. I like Beef Boss as well. But Tomato Head is number one. I'm from
Why is Tomato Head not more popular?
100 like had a I like had a POI,
Hmm.
had heavy
He had a
relatability
POI in both,
in
right?
both. Yes,
In both laps. Yep.
and then they had
I like
Durburger.
Tomato Head. I sent in
It's
I real quick. I sent in Italy cracked ice to PSA.
did
I'll
you
just say that one.
see?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Tomato Head.
So
Just because I had him, I didn't search for him. I pulled him,
yeah.
and so I sent him in.
Now you want to know a skin and a car skin that I would probably never wear again, but I'm all for how he came into the game and me getting my first serious winning because the battle pass came out. So this is another example of it. The battle pass came out, so you play with the battle pass skins at least for a day or two, and that's
If you like him, I guess.
yeah, that's
I
drift,
I feel like
drift.
I don't really ever wear the first one very much. I don't ever really like the very first one
Yeah, yeah.
because
Well,
everyone
okay,
is that one.
yeah. So drift was definitely one for me, just because you remember that's when they started doing the build up. That's when they started doing the releasing the pictures before the battle
They,
pass dropped. And I was like,
hmm
yo, Drift is he's actually sweet. Like the actual full outfit, it was dope.
with the
So
gold robe and the
yeah,
pink
yeah,
lightning.
yeah. And
He was pretty sweet. He's just bulky, but he's sweet.
yeah. So that's why I don't wear him, because he's bulky. Now, one thing I did want to talk about, because a couple collectors are really starting to fall in love with this card, and we knew what this card always was, but Gold Trooper. Gold Trooper
Oh yeah.
is uh is a now, mind you, I have a hollow Gold Trooper, and that's it. Gold
I'll say
Trooper,
mine.
yeah.
I have I have maybe 4 to 6 cracked ice Italy gold troopers. I haven't gotten a
Dylan's big on
USA
Gold
one
Trooper.
because
Yeah,
I like gold trooper. I have a lot
yeah,
of hollows, a lot of cracked ice of Italy. I'm a buyer. I've bought her as high as 1,000,
yeah.
600, and then my latest Italy cracked ice I got for $65 or $75.
See, so we
Too
preference
cheap.
what yeah. Now what happened was Gold Trooper, my Gold Trooper card experience was very interesting, because I had three, right? And for some
hmm
reason, every
3
single
what?
time,
Hollows, cracked ice?
hollows, yes, hollow USA print, to be clear. Uh
Okay.
every time I went to do a trade, somebody wanted that card. And it was a card that I really needed. So unfortunately, those are two cards that I had to get rid of just for the sake of a full trade. But overall, I think Gold Trooper is one that is very interesting, because realistically, she reminds me a lot of Aura, but from chapter, like from the beginning, because she's transcended time. Like she even when
Yeah.
she has a fall off, it's not a true fall off. It's just more so like niche. But
Just wait till Halloween because she
oh
comes back
man,
in full force.
yeah,
And I see her all the time, though. Yeah, I still see
100,
her
yeah,
popular.
yeah.
Um,
So it's certain cards that mark all the boxes. We talked about that, and
mhm.
now there's only
By
one.
boxes, he means like storyline,
Yes.
um, popularity,
Mm-hmm.
looks,
Mm-hmm.
and OG. We'll say
Yes.
that. Like something
Yes.
that was original and reminds you of Fortnite. And she hits like all of those.
All of those. Now
She's not bulky.
the one that kind of breaks that mold, that kind of hits most of the boxes besides OG, is Midas. Midas is
hmm
that Midas is that one skin that just everybody kind of agreed, like, yo, this skin is dope. Like, it was just one of those. It was just
It's a
one of
male
those
skin
skins.
that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember someone said it somewhere that he was a sweat skin. I don't think Midas is necessarily a sweat skin.
No, I think
I haven't ever seen him. I haven't ever seen him as Sweatskin. I think he's loved by the community and people like the store and they
right.
like him. He was a badass looking dude that wasn't too bulky. He was a male skin that wasn't bulky and had a backstory. It was
See, I think what happened with that one, which I didn't know what happened, but then I found out what happened. I had to dig a little deeper and remember. So it was Nate Hill, because Nate Hill looks like Midas. You, so Nate Hill really he. embodied Midas character, like in real life, which was crazy for his audience. It was a dope thing to see. Like, he kind of really, he did the whole Halloween cosplay type thing and the Midas tattoos. And so he has his following has some good Fortnite players. And I think that's kind of where it was, where Midas is not a sweat skin, but some good players wear him. And I think
Oh yeah.
that's where
Oh,
the
I
difference
think
is.
good and bad players,
Yeah,
yeah, wear him.
yeah,
I think he's an overall skin.
yeah,
Like, I'm not trying to say like good players don't wear him because they will because he's not too bulky.
yeah.
Um,
But
but
sweat skin is a
yeah,
different
for
word.
sure.
That's a different.
Yeah, yeah. I would say
Yeah,
sweat skin is a different word. I feel like
yeah,
a sweat skin is like a skin that if they're wearing it, you know they're gonna be good.
yeah, yeah.
Right. You see that one coming. If I see a Midas, I don't necessarily like fear it,
No, no.
like,
Like,
but they could like turn around and
yeah.
crumple you real quick.
Like in his certain skins, like like I'm big. One that I'm big on that I don't care if anybody catches on to is Manic. Like I know what I've seen from Manic. You know what I mean? Like Manic is one of those skins
Yeah.
where she may have moments where because Manic is weird. She falls off sometimes. She falls off sometimes, and but
Yeah, a lot of people wear Manic, and so here, and she's always in the item shop too. I will say that this I almost bought a Manic recently from one of our people on here.
yeah,
There's one on eBay, a cracked ice one. I reached
yeah,
out to him on Instagram. He was a little late to getting back to me. Um, I spent my budget for the month on those
yeah.
two cracked ice cards. Um, so the only reason I was gonna buy it because I don't really like Manic, right?
I don't.
I never bought
Okay.
her. A friend of mine gifted me the skin this week
Ah,
or so I had to wear it because he gifted it to me, right? And I was like,
yeah.
oh, it's kind of sweet from behind because the only reason I didn't like Manic is I don't really wear red that much. Red's not one of my
Oh,
colors,
so yours is based
and
off
that's
color. Yeah,
sometimes, right? So I
yeah.
don't wear a lot of red skins, right? I like, I don't know. I just don't. I've never been big on red, and
That's funny. I'm the opposite.
and so yeah, yeah. My
Yeah,
brother loves red, and that might
yeah,
be why. My
yeah,
brother, ever since growing up, he loved red, so I just kind of stayed away from red, like blue, green, even freaking pink. I'm
yeah.
down, but purple, I just stayed away from like red and black. And
Hmm.
so he gave it to me that, so I wore it with him. And it was a pretty nice skin, I have to say. And I was like, man, I should now that I have the skin, I might end up using this.
Yeah,
I should get the card, or
yeah,
I can.
yeah.
But I haven't yet, so I don't have any Manics. So it's probably
So
gonna blow up after this.
yeah, I have. So that's one I will say. I have manic doubles of pretty much everything. I have one cracked ice, but I think I have six optichromes. I think I have
I don't even think I have a hollow.
Yeah, I think I have six optichromes, a couple hollows. But manic is one that so for me what manic originally was. Now, I'm gonna sound crazy. I don't own manic. The reason why I don't own manic, I don't own manic and I don't own crystal in the game. So don't own manic, don't own crystal, and I don't wear aura frequently. Just based
Hmm.
off of so this is something we wanted to kind of preference for just the
Yeah.
card collectors. The reason why is not so much that we don't like the skin. If you load into any lobby, especially a couple seasons ago, it's aura. The reason why me and Dylan was so big on it is auras, crystals, manics, zadies, rubies. Those are the ones you're gonna see. So when it came to manic and crystal, I just had no interest in having the skin because I know I'm not gonna get a
So many
chance to
people
wear
have
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
so
like that too.
yeah, and I rotate between about 10 to 15 skins maybe, and mainly Lux.
Yeah,
Lux is most of the time.
I feel like the skins are getting better,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
and I don't know what that means going forward. I don't
yeah.
know if some of these more skins are gonna die out, right? Because
Hmm.
so many good skins are coming out. But man, some of these skins are getting better,
Yeah,
better and better. It's like there's more I want, and I'm like continuously. But then I'll buy it, and then I'll rock it for a little bit. And it's like, nope, it just doesn't
it just
hit.
doesn't
I don't
do.
know
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
Don't know
yeah.
why. So I'll have a
Y-
locker full of skins, and it's like I see myself coming back to some. I'll also say there's some skins that I rock in game occasionally
mhm.
that I had no interest in getting the card for some reason. I don't know if it was
Interesting.
the card, the way it looked. I'm trying. There's one in particular,
Hmm.
if I can remember which one. She's the one that rocks. Rock was it rocks?
Oh yeah,
Where
rock
she
from
she had like four different colorways, and she had like the jacket,
season
but she also
X.
had like the
Season 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's Rocks. Let me double check.
yeah. Chapter 1.
So I'm not a
Yeah.
huge fan of the card. Maybe that's why. Yep, it's
I
definitely
th-
Rocks.
see. So,
But I wear the blue version of the skin sometimes. I'll rock
yeah.
it sometimes, um, just for fun, something light because like it has like neon colors. I can wear a sword with it and just I like it. But I had zero interest when the card came out to chase her. I just thought that was interesting. I don't know why.
Yeah, like in that, and so the thing is, it's one that I don't. Now this is how y'all know we're kind of being open. It's one that I don't own yet. In anything besides Optichrome and Hollow, and I don't count that until I get to Cracked Ice. But it's Singularity. Singularity is, for some reason, that is a sweet spot skin for me. I think it's because I actually am like the only person I ever see wear that skin, and I wear the gold
Oh
drip
yeah,
version.
no one wears it.
No
Yeah,
one
no one wears that
ever.
skin. I don't know if it's because there's not that many people probably have it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that was a time when like not maybe not that many people were chasing it because I didn't
yeah,
get that skin.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was the secret skin, right? And I didn't
Yep.
get so I have the card, but the only reason I don't have the US version. I almost
Hmm.
bought it a couple times, but the one on eBay is kind of dingy at the bottom or something.
Yeah,
Um, but I have some Italy cracked ice of it. The only reason I got it is because of Donald Mustard and what he
hmm,
said that singularity is going to be really important to the story. So
yeah,
that's the only reason why I picked up a couple. That's more of an investment than like a collection to me.
yeah,
Because I have some hollows and some cracked ice, and I'd be willing to sell those. Those aren't that important to me, but
yeah.
we'll see how the story goes. Like I felt the same about the Foundation.
Hmm.
Like I don't know, 6 months ago,
Yeah,
I was like, why do
yeah.
people
We
care
talked
about
about
this
that.
skin? But then the comics came out, and then the story came out, and he's pretty badass, I have to
Yeah,
say. So
yeah,
now I kind of want the card. I won't
yeah,
ever wear that skin, but the story is interesting. So maybe Singularity will have that same effect. Like maybe she's going to be super badass in a comic or
yeah.
a show that comes out, and then I'll be glad I have the card.
So, it's something that we talked about uh off camera that, well, yeah. So off camera, that is very interesting. What do you think? So if Fortnite comics keep going the way it is, which is great, they're doing really well. I've done watched YouTube videos from comic book collectors, not card collectors,
Me
not,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they're deep in it, especially when it connects to their love, which is
their
like Batman.
universe.
Yeah, like
Yeah, their
Batman.
Batman universe.
They hit it out the park with that one, because like I was watching it and they were trying to break down things that I wasn't even thinking of yet. So what happens when comics transcends, which may never happen, right? But what happens
Hmm.
when the comics get so much depth, just like the cards are, like where it starts really growing and really connecting to a separate audience, because the card market is separate technically. It's a few
Hmm.
gamers that actually, collect the cards, maybe more than a few. But what happens when the comics truly transcends past, just playing the game? What do you think that does for
Yeah,
the
and
overall Fortnite market?
so I'm new into comics, right? So it's
Yeah,
like trying to think that I mean the only ones so far that I think have that potential is the Hollow one
yeah,
because
yeah.
since they print so many of these comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, although the Fortnite ones were kind of underprinted, as I hear,
Mm-hmm.
um, so it's going to be those limited variants that can possibly do that. But even then, like to beat the Black Knight, I don't. It'd be really hard to see that happen.
Yeah,
I think
that
the
would.
comics have room to grow, but I think the best comics will be in the 10K range probably.
Yeah,
I could be
and
wrong though.
but what do you think it'd do for the like? What do you think it'd do for the full Fortnite like IP when it has like strictly comic book fans? Like, what
Oh
does
yeah, I
that?
mean, I think it's already happening.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's why. I think that's why they've partnered with Batman and Mark. I think
yeah,
that's why they partner in general.
yeah,
Let's say like you're a huge fan of something. Let's say Batman. I
yeah,
mean, 90% of the Batman games suck.
yeah,
Maybe I
yeah,
don't know that. Maybe I just don't play Batman games. But how many Batman games? The last one I remember was like the Asylum one. All right,
yeah. I didn't
Batman
really
fans are
play
gonna
them.
hate me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm not
don't know,
even
but
gonna
they
do
just don't
it.
seem. If you love Batman, right? It's like, but
Yeah,
you don't get to play with them in that many different video games, right?
yeah,
A modern age Fortnite where like stuff is updating, you can play as your favorite character of all time.
yeah,
Of course, I mean, if I had a fan like that, oh, you'd be interested, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
why they're doing this crossover. So
Yeah.
I think that's big, and I think that's going to bring people in. And I think some of the people who aren't playing because they have this idea, they listen to people, they think it's a kids game and stuff like
Right.
that. Um, but this new season is completely different.
Yeah.
Um, new chapter, I should say, the new
Mm-hmm.
island, the new
Yeah.
mechanics. For those who do not know, a whole new island is what we're playing on now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just the land that's different. They changed the mechanics, they changed the weapons, how they shoot, and it's really strange, and I can't explain it, but it feels like the original Fortnite.
Yes.
People are building full bases instead of just towers and then editing and one pumping somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's different. It feels
It's
different,
very
and
different.
people are coming back. And I'll tell you this: this is interesting for the Black Knight. I've been seeing so many Black Knights in the game,
I thought it was just me. I thought
and
it was just me.
I haven't seen Black Knights forever. Like during chapter two, I've
Yeah.
maybe seen under 8 Black Knights,
Yeah.
right? Maybe we'll say, but I've already seen that many in the first week of the new chapter. And
Yeah.
that's because OGs who used to play the game who stopped are coming back.
Yeah.
I saw a squad of 4 pink troopers. I was
Yes.
fighting a whole. And if you
Yes.
guys don't know, that skin is Gold Trooper as pink, and it's super rare,
Yeah. It's the
like
OG.
extremely rare.
Yeah.
It's very OG. You cannot get that skin anymore.
Yeah.
Even if you buy Gold Trooper now, you will not get the pink
No.
version. And I
Another.
was fighting a whole squad of them. So people are coming back to the game, and there was already a crap ton of people playing.
Yeah.
So I mean, they know what they're doing. Whether it's people bringing people in through the comics or changing it so that it seems like a more adult game, or like adult
Right.
gamers can get back into it. I mean, I think that's why they're changing the way from the pump a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
because it was just too hard for people to play,
One hundred
like
percent.
people who were not as good.
Yes.
Now, if you're not as good, you can stay in a bush and then laser people with a red dot gun,
Yes.
red dot sight. So
Which is
I think
lethal
it's
right
still
now.
enjoyable. Somehow it's
Yeah.
still enjoyable. So I was one of the people who drop down, edit one pump, and
Yeah.
keep playing.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore, and it's
Mm-mm.
harder. But I'm still having fun. I'm playing more public matches than I was
And
before.
and then you have to add in the aspect that they added sliding into the game, which is a
But they've
whole
added so
nother.
much. This it changes everything.
It changes
It's
the whole
really
dynamic of it.
well. What I've noticed, right, with Fortnite is they know how to keep the game alive and keep it
Mm-hmm.
interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they may have all these mechanics, right? They're not adding them all in at once,
Right.
and then they're taking things away and then bringing them back.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't on accident. And I'll give you guys an example. And this is a little bit away from collecting, but it's about the game.
Yes.
So chapter one. So there's been 3 chapters, 3 different maps. Chapter one was really basic. When we went to chapter two, no, at the end of chapter one or mid, I can't remember. They added reboot vans, right?
Right.
So before, when you first played Fortnite, if you died, if your teammate died,
Yeah.
they're gone for the whole game. Then they added a van where you could reboot them if you had their card. So like,
Mm-hmm.
if you find this van, you can bring them back into the game.
Right.
That changed everything,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Literally.
Come to chapter two. I think it was chapter two. You could pick people up.
Yes. Yes.
Before, you could not pick up down people.
You
You
had to
can
leave
literally
them.
pick people up, throw them on your back, and
Yes.
then run around. So there's people picking people up and throwing them off cliffs, making funny clips and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Just brought the game alive. There's a couple other things they added, but then chapter three, now you can freaking slide, like, and
Yes.
then hit a trick shot.
Yes.
And when I'm telling you,
Yes.
like a trick, like you slide, like it's crazy how
How? Yeah.
smooth it feels.
Yeah.
So you can run, slide. It's not just like a Call of
Hit
Duty slide either. It's like a 300-meter slide down a mountain with your scope out,
just
shoot
out.
someone 200 meters away.
And
It's smooth and it's
it's so
funny.
funny you said that because like I think that's the advantage Fortnite has compared to all other games is they can be dramatic. Like the slide
Hmm.
in Call of Duty has to be militant.
Realistic.
It has to be militant. Like it has to be okay.
Yeah.
You slide, you get up. Or you slide, you stay down, get cover.
It's bulky. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Fortnite, you can use. I mean, you're sliding down a mountain the whole way. It is the most dramatic
And it's
thing ever.
fun. Yeah.
Yes,
And you can
yes,
slide down your own builds. You can
yeah,
slide up sometimes
yeah,
too.
yeah,
You can slide, edit a wall, and keep
yeah.
going through. It's pretty crazy and
So
it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So they have that advantage. Like Epic is, they know what they're doing. They're adding things in when they need to
Yes.
keep this game fresh, alive, bringing people back.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another friend I was playing with. He said that he went to go see his friend he hadn't seen in a while, who hasn't played Fortnite in years. And
Yeah.
without saying anything to him, like he wasn't trying to get him to play Fortnite, he went
Yeah.
to go see him, and he looked on his TV and it was downloading Fortnite.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah. Now,
so that me as a collector, guys. I mean,
yeah.
buckle up. I mean, Fortnite Chapter 3 had the most people play at the start of a season
At a,
than ever.
that's
It
crazy
broke a
because
record.
season 4 was that chapter 1 season 4 was the maybe chapter 4 season 4 and then chapter 2 season 1. Those are the what they go off of because chapter
Hmm.
1 season 4 was that the pinnacle, the absolute pinnacle.
Hmm.
That's when Ninja was playing with Travis Scott and Drake and AB&C and Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that's now a Super Bowl champion. This is when this was the pinnacle of Fortnite, and then the fact that chapter 3 did what it just did is crazy. And let me just give a nod to Fortnite real quick. They masterfully put the chapter 3 map together. Like bringing back old IPOs and then making it feel completely
Lee
absolutely
knew
new is crazy. It's masterful. I have to say that. Literally.
for let's break it down for people who don't know.
Yeah.
If you people in like the Instagram comments everywhere, people if they're not saying dead game, they're saying
God.
bring back chapter 1, bring back the
Yes.
first map, this map. And it's like I'm telling you, you guys do not want that first map back, especially like the
Promise.
first season, second season.
Oh.
It was
Yeah.
boring compared to chapter 2,
Yeah.
right? But they brought back some of the best POIs from it, and POIs means place of interest
Mhm.
or point of interest. So these places, they brought them and put them into the map in a way that was new, refreshing, and then they added even newer places. There's not a single place that I do not like on
Yes.
this map
Yes.
so far.
Yes. Yeah.
So they did an amazing job with the map. Um, yeah, I mean, I didn't complain before, but
No.
but I was ready for a new map.
Yes.
I wasn't one of the people complaining about it. I was like, yes, I cannot wait for a new map. I don't want to wait 2 more seasons.
Mhm.
And they hit it out of the park. And I didn't have
So
to wait till Tuesday. I got to play on Saturday. So
that was
downloaded it on
another amazing thing. Yes. The
downloaded it on Friday night and
Yep.
then played Saturday morning because everyone thought we had to play. You know what? I also have one more card.
Okay.
There's a card from Reloaded. For those who don't know, Fortnite Reloaded is the UK only set,
Mhm.
Europe set, I guess, not just UK. Set out in the European countries, and it's called the event. Is it called the event?
Yeah.
It's like the black hole card. And I was like, well, maybe that card won't be as special if they do a black hole again. And they
Yeah.
didn't though, and then they let us do it. So if you don't know, when we went from chapter 1 to chapter 2, there was like it felt like 9 months
Yeah.
before we could play again, but it was a couple of days,
Yeah.
right? And it
Which
was
was crazy.
the Epic said nothing. We had the event, and there was a black hole in the screen, and that was it. No
Yeah.
word, no nothing. So everyone's like, "Is the game done? Can we not play anymore?" And then we went to a new map a few days later. It even made the news,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was like masterful. It was like it had me on the edge of my seat, and so
Yep.
that's a big card for me.
That's
It's not worth
so
anything right now, but I've bought several of them,
here
just
you
so
go.
y'all know.
I didn't even switch it from the top loader, but we gotta. That one is the
See,
black
you have it
hole.
too.
Yeah. This
Now,
and
interesting enough, which side of that would be graded? Which one would be the front?
see, I like this side better, but I think this is
That's
the back.
okay. Yeah,
This
I
is the
like
back,
that
right?
side
Yeah.
better. That's the back.
Huh.
I like it so much better though.
Yeah.
I sent one in to be graded, and
That's sweet.
I really want them to put the other side on there. Well, we'll find out. But I did send one of those cards to be graded. They're really hard to find good copies.
Yeah. Mines are all like honestly that and which is a great thing. That the black hole is probably the best condition one in the Fortnite World Cup. That one is obviously
With
this
Booga
man
on
this,
it, yeah.
Reloaded is a great set. It's a fun set. How about that? Let's say fun.
And
Let's say fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
but people have. I think people have. Are we cussing on this podcast?
Do whatever you want, bro.
Okay, because I my bad guys, I curse a lot.
Yeah, do whatever you
But
want.
people shit on Fortnite Reloaded and
Yeah,
Italy cards.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe not Reloaded as much, but they shit on Italy cards.
yeah.
And as a collector, I like both, right? So I
Right.
have a lot of Italy Gold Troopers. I want a USA card to go with it.
Yeah.
Um, do I think USA's are cleaner? Yes. Do I
Mm-hmm.
think they're worth more? Probably, because you can't see that tiled background for the cracked ice.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
like someone who likes design and stuff, that's
Mm-hmm.
super clean and professional and smooth. So yeah, I think it should be worth more, unless there's like crazy more amount, which
Yeah.
obviously we don't think there is.
Yeah.
Um, but I think they're too cheap, or at least some of these cards, right? I think the
Yeah.
price difference is too much. But I think that's why Reloaded is so undervalued, because people crap on the Italy for the regular set, so who wants just an all
Right.
Italy set?
Right.
So I think that's what has to do with it. Also, the chase cards was a little confusing because it almost seemed like everything had the same pull rate.
Right. Right. Right.
So that might
And
have something to do with it too. But if you're looking for a high grade, then the rarity is still there, in my opinion.
see,
Because I
and it
went
was
through a lot of packs and they're
yeah.
all like corners are messed up.
Yeah.
So
And
getting a clean one, that rarity is still there if you want a clean version of it.
see, and another one that I like is the ready to jump sticker. Like I love the ready to jump sticker because
Yeah, I don't have any of those.
see, okay, so when I first came in to the Fortnite card market, I knew I wasn't getting a Black Knight. Immediately, the first thing I did was buy a Lux base hollow, and I didn't even know about the cracked ice at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I wasn't gonna get the Black Knight because Lux was my collector piece, and Black Knight I understood exactly what it meant. So that was the next card I went for. I knew I wasn't gonna get it. I'm thinking that this was like a certain level. I didn't know that this was just like a sticker. Like besides
Mm-hmm.
understanding it was, but I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it has some popularity by now, or a little bit more, uh, level of value. It was nothing, but I was like, wait, when it comes to the soccer or proper football market, they collect stickers. Like in the soccer
That's
football
true.
market, I was
Do
like,
they
so
collect graded stickers?
yeah, they collect stickers. Like they really like that's their main thing. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, if this happens to really continue to grow and you get that market that transcends over,
Mm-hmm.
they may not even they're not gonna look for it over, series one or series two, but they may want it in their collection just based off of what they're used to collecting. And I was just like, you know what? I
That's
just want
true.
a good amount of these, nothing crazy. Just see an opportunity, kind of get a little hand on it and then just keep it moving.
Yeah, I never got into the stickers. I feel like I have the
Yeah.
comics, I have some Funkos, so I might as well have some stickers.
Yeah,
But I
a
never
couple.
did. Yeah, I should look into it just to get a couple, just to
Yeah.
have for part of the
Yeah.
collection. But I mean, the reloaded ones. I mean, there's Black Knights were reloaded, and like I was never a big Black Knight fan. Like I don't do black and red. I mean, I
Yeah.
like some black. I take that
That is
back,
so
but he had
funny.
like red eyes.
Yeah.
I like clean blacks. But I like black blue and black other
Yeah.
things. It's just the black red variants that I just stay away from, which is just funny. But I know that's super popular, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking for Black Knight though because I knew that was the first like 100 tier skin. And I know
Yeah.
people in the like Facebook groups and the Instagram community and everything are like, "Oh, we should get this. You want this skin because it's a 100 tier skin. Those are going to be important." I don't think so. We've
Yeah.
had
Tier
18
72 for
seasons.
Black Knight before people try to fry us.
Yeah,
Tier
yeah, yeah,
70.
yeah,
Tier
yeah.
70 or 72. Wait.
I can't remember. It was
It's
a long time ago. But we'll just say the last level
the
of the battle
last,
pass,
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
which now since forever has been like level 100,
Since
right?
season 3.
3, I think. Yep,
Season
3.
3, chapter 1, season 3. So,
Anyway, we're not.
yeah.
Yeah. So regardless, right? It's like he was the first last skin,
Yes.
so that's why he's super important, right?
Yes.
And like he was like sweat, and like you had to be dedicated to get to him. You had to
Yeah.
play the game a lot
Especially
as
during
when it
that
first
time.
came out,
Yeah.
right? So because I didn't get him, I don't remember. It was so long ago. I only had the blue squire, whatever that means,
No,
and
mm-mm. Yeah,
so
I remember my roommates at the time. was playing Fortnite. They were playing, but this is when the mobile game first came out, right? This is when the mobile
Hmm.
on that before that, Apple and
Yeah.
Fortnite has this problem. This is so they're like walking around like playing. I'm like, yo, at this time I'm playing NBA 2K heavily, like all the way
Hmm.
in, right? And I'm like, this game it looked like a iPhone game, like like them Clash of the Titan. Like I don't even know what the name. Them weird games, like.
Yep.
And I'm
Yeah, I
looking
can't
at
play those. I think I played
yeah,
on my phone once, and
yeah.
I didn't really like it.
So
I'm not
because
that
they were
young.
on their
Young kids
phone,
can do that.
yeah,
I can't do the
yeah.
on screen analog.
Yeah, yeah, no. So I'm like looking at this, and then I remember vividly my roommate having just unlocked the Black Knight, and he's heavy and everything like that. But I had no idea nothing. I wasn't even
Hmm.
didn't even care. Long story short, come around, I'm like, oh, I was right there, like literally right there. If I just would have played, but
Hmm.
it would have been for the Black Knight Shield. I wouldn't have wore Black Knight. Like it would have been the Black Knight Shield. If anything, it would have been like I would have
Hmm.
wore.
I wear the blue shield all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
My blue squire shield.
I
Yeah,
love
I wear
that
that all
shield.
the time.
I love that
Yeah,
shield
I like that. I like the
because
shields in general. Shields are
that's the
nice.
lion, right? Is that the lion or is
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
yeah,
It's like the lion with his arms
yeah,
up or whatever.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
blue. It has a little bit of red in there, I think, but
yeah,
it's mostly blue and silver.
yeah,
No, no, it's clean. Clean.
yeah.
But back to it, it's like I think that skin is super important. Like it deserves to be where it is price
Mm-hmm.
wise because
Right.
of that. But that doesn't mean that any tier 100, any final
Right.
battle pass skin is gonna be worth that. It has to be a popular skin going
For
forward or
sure.
story related.
That's like
So
that's
that's
like
why like
the
people talking about the Ice King. He's skin 100.
yeah,
So I mean,
and
there's 18 tier 100 skins.
it's not even this is not even bashing my favorite skin of all time, which is Lux. But, like I said, I've always said I was thoroughly confused when I came into this card market. I'm like, why? I'm thinking that I was gonna clean Lux up. Like I'm thinking I was gonna have multiple everything just because she wasn't popular. She just
And
wasn't.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I wanted this skin. I didn't get it. I thought
Well,
she was kind of badass
what
looking. I
what
didn't get it
happened
in that
was
season.
yeah, because what happened was the reason why Lux wasn't popular. Like this was literally the thing. It was because everybody wanted a female skin, but they wanted it to have options. Like they wanted it to be kind of the way Drift was,
Hmm.
or the way what's the cowgirl? What's her name?
The cow, which, which cowgirl?
Season 6. Oh, I can't remember her name.
Se- Season 6 cowgirl.
It was with Deadfire's the female counterpart of Deadfire. She's so what is her?
Cowgirl. You mean like the cowboy
Yeah,
Calamity? You
Calamity.
said
Thank you.
cowgirl. I'm over here thinking of like Jonesy in the cow suit. I was like
No,
cowgirl.
no, 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 no. Yeah. So yes, Calamity. They wanted her to
Calamity.
have.
Oh,
Yeah, they wanted her to have more
love that
to
skin.
do with this skin, and I think on Epics and Fortnite, and they're like, wait, but y'all like simple skins when it come to to the female skin, so let's make this one simple,
I
and
bet you. I bet you. If she came out now instead of then, she would be
yes,
super popular.
yeah, yeah, like, and my brother is my witness. Soon as Lux came out, that was the first time I bought the battle pass outright. I bought the
I
battle pass.
wanted that skin. I wanted that
Yeah,
skin. I don't know if I was working a lot. I must have
yeah,
been, and I just didn't get there. I wasn't a sweat,
yeah.
so like, it was
No,
hard
I
for me to get
was.
up there. So
I,
I
yeah,
wish I would gotten that skin.
yeah,
She was like Aura before Aura.
yeah, 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 yeah. That and that's
Yeah, no, it's clean. I like that skin. I know someone who wears her sometimes, and I was like, it has a silver variant too, and
yeah, that's the one I that white and silver. Yeah, that's I
hmm
don't wear the gold.
yeah,
The black and gold is too harsh for me. Like it's too harsh for me in game. I'm more of a
I like
all
both.
black.
The silver one is definitely tight. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely wish I had gotten that skin.
yeah,
That's probably I wanted that skin more than I would want the Black Knight to wear.
yeah.
Um, Out
It's
of
so.
all the skins that I've
Mm-hmm,
missed, which I didn't miss like too many, but
yeah,
I missed Singularity. I missed some of the. some like special edition colorways and stuff.
Yeah,
I wish I had gotten Lux for sure.
and it's
But
funny
since
because
I didn't, and since I didn't wear her, I didn't chase her. I think I
yeah,
have some base cards. I don't have anything
yeah.
else ever.
I
I'm not gonna
hate
spend a
that
whole
I
bunch
don't
of
have
money on a
Royal
card I
Knight.
didn't have.
I hate that I don't have Royal Knight. It kills me to this day that I don't have
Now
Royal
I
Knight.
have Blue Squire. It's like, why do I not have Royal Knight? Now
Yeah,
back then, I didn't know like I want a smaller skin or something like that. I don't
yeah, yeah,
remember. It's so long ago that I barely remember getting Blue Squire. I don't remember what happened. I know I bought Fortnite to play the zombies and like
yo,
build forts and stuff, and then I played the Battle Royale.
yeah.
But
And
I really wish I had Royal Knight too.
so in the next podcast, though, I definitely want us to talk about. Remember when we was talking about the? That's funny. I was about to call it Jonesy Tifu. remember we, remember we was talking about
hmm
Jonesy and Ramirez. That conversation we
hmm
had. I definitely want to talk
Yeah.
about the possibility and just the transition that could possibly happen storyline wise with that. I think that's a good
Oh yeah,
topic.
what we mentioned
Yeah,
last time. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we'll save that for you guys. Y'all gotta
yeah,
tune in next time to hear.
yeah.
We
We
have some
giving a lot
crazy
right now.
theories. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have a lot of crazy theories and stuff that could happen that might happen. That's why I mean I love Fortnite so much. Is like they give you such little details and they have all these little details everywhere, and it could literally turn into anything at any
yeah,
moment. So like,
yeah.
there's so many things that haven't unfolded yet,
Mhm.
but the product's already released.
Yes.
So by the time the story develops and the fans are there, they realize how
Mhm.
big something is. Those cards, those comics, those collectibles will already be through the roof by that
Right.
point, right?
Right.
Everyone who has them is going to be requesting, like they want big dollars for it.
Yeah.
And that's evident now because people are asking big dollars for cards that aren't
Yeah.
worth it.
And it's
So,
a lot of the and the thing is that PWCC's I forgot what his title is, but he's high up in PWCC. His son's open Fortnite. It's not so much of a. This is definitely a slow grow, but with high peaks. Like it has like these peaks and
hmm
we've already had one, and we're about to have another one. I know it's coming, but it's this is
which
definitely
with every release, I bet there's going to be
yeah,
huge
yeah,
peaks, right? And I think that I agree with you. I think it's coming. I think it's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little time,
mhm, mhm,
right? But as someone who loves basketball and was trying to collect basketball cards, I gave it all up for this. Like
yes,
I
yeah,
don't know what it is, but this was more
makes
fun to
sense,
collect.
100%.
This is more fun than Pokemon. Like I grew up with Pokemon too.
Yep, yep,
I grew out of it, and
yeah,
I'm an adult now, and I still have interest in this. So
yeah, yeah. It's and you know what? For me, we both play basketball. And my thing is the fact that I can go into a game at any time I want and be absolutely competitive. And my
mhm.
stats are forever. That was a
Yeah,
solidifier for me. Like it's like a new like with 2K, I would get to this level and then 2K21 would come out. I'm like, yo, I just did all this and now it's starting
there's no
over.
way to
Like,
see everything. Yeah,
yeah,
so
like
like for those who don't know, let's break it down. There's a
yeah,
site called like Fortnite Tracker.
yeah,
Getting some free publicity here.
right,
You can see how many wins you've gotten over a lifetime. You can see how many wins you got
yes,
a season, how many kills
yes,
you got a season, what was your KD.
yeah,
Um, or I think you can even do arena wins now and stuff like that.
yes, everything, yeah,
What levels, like what your account level is,
mm-hmm,
which is pretty crazy. And this kind of sucks for me, but so when I first started, right, my oldest daughter, my wife, and I would literally take turns on my account
yeah.
playing
There you go.
solos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
So like I would play, and then
yeah.
my wife would play, and then my kid would play, and then I would play. So I know my account is messed up on my KD for
Oh, my KD is
overall.
terrible. Well, see what happened was you remember the era of challenges. Remember like the challenges you would do like four corners, like your squad would go in at four corners
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
yep,
Oh, we're gonna have to save some of these stories for a podcast because I have some
yes,
funny ones at Four
yes,
Corners.
like
Four Corners
so.
was a fun game.
Oh man, and out of my it depends where like in multiple because you know how it is in multiple different situations I was either second best, some situations I was fourth best. Never number one because my brother is like way better than me. But that was so that tremendously killed my KD. Like besides me being an absolute bot when I started playing, like that tremendously
Yeah,
killed me.
or like, let's say like you join a game, right, and then something happens, you put your controller down, you just go deal
Yes.
with it.
Yes.
That happens all the time. Or you leave early, or something
Mm-hmm.
happens, you just give up. Yeah, that happens to me too.
Yep.
What is cool though is on Fortnite Tracker. If you hover over your stats, it tells you what percentage you are compared to everyone who plays.
I don't even want to know that.
So I hovered over my win percentage,
Yeah.
right? Or not my win percentage, my total wins, and I'm
Yeah.
in the top 1%.
Never. No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'm top
No,
1%
nah. It's no
wins
way.
away. And I was like, there's no way, because I haven't played pubs for, like, seriously played, like, public games for, I don't know,
Yeah.
3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, since the superhero season, chapter 2, season 4, maybe. Like, I
Well,
just played creative after that point.
yeah.
So, I
Which is
mean,
a lot
I
of
was
people.
impressed.
Which is a
Yeah.
lot of
So I was like,
people.
wow, they're not doing that this time. They're playing.
You know,
Like I
and I
told you,
actually
like,
want to crush another narrative too. Like that narrative, besides chapter 3 being, like we said, so well diverse that it allows the OG gamers and newcomers to come and play, simultaneously. People have to stop saying that new gamers can't come in and play this game. You start off, it's skill based matchmaking now. Like
oh,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like if
Yeah,
you
that's true.
start a new account right now, that lobby is ridiculous. Like it's
Let me put it in perspective for you.
yeah,
So like I'll play with my daughter, right?
yeah,
And she's a lower level than me. Her people are easier.
yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
put her on blast or anything. So I'll play with my brother. Let's put my
yeah,
brother on blast. I'll play with
yeah,
my brother on blast, and I'll get 12 kills, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
we'll get him, and I'll get the win, right? I'll
yeah,
just make him party leader, and then
yeah,
and like even for a while there, people were like, I played with a friend, and he had his 2 kids on there, and we played on their account. I literally had like 20 kills,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Because it was 2 kids accounts, right? And
yeah,
they just weren't very good, and so their lobbies weren't very good.
yeah,
I think they
yeah,
fixed it a little bit now because now squads you can't really do that. Now there's some
yeah,
like sweats in there,
yeah. You have
but
to the party leader or the highest skill has to that's the game you're going in. So you're
yeah. Now
going
I think
yeah,
before it was
yeah,
different. Like
for sure.
before it was just a party leader, it was
The party
theirs,
leader.
and then
Yeah,
now it's like the highest level or something.
yeah,
Yeah, it's different now. But if you're playing by yourself or with your friends at the same skill level, you're going to be playing against people around your level, and people will
yeah.
like. I remember back when the game I was like, "This game is too hard." And it's like Fortnite has always been hard.
Always, always.
That's what makes it fun. Like when
Yeah,
I first started, like when I used to see people complain in the comments, like it's too hard, there's too many sweats, there's too many sweats. It's like when I first started, it took me forever to get a win.
yeah.
Your
Oh my.
first win, like I'm telling you, this I never have I ever played a video game where my heart was pumping so fast. I'm
Yo,
looking
that's
up.
what I'm.
There's 4 people left. My hands are sweating. I'm nervous, trying to get this, and then sniped. I'm dead. I got third. You
Yo,
know, so like back in the day, it was like your heart would be pumping when you
it
get
was.
that low.
Listen,
Never have I experienced anything like that.
I'm to this
Now
day.
I don't
Yes,
experience it, but
yes. You
man,
know when I,
it was
experience it, I do experience it in certain arena games. Like when I get to like Champions League, right? Like
hmm
that's when like because I know I'm probably always the worst in that lobby. I understand that. Like when I get there, I understand like that I got to that level based off of 2 and 3,
grinding.
maybe 4 kill games. Like, and then there's people in
hmm
there that's what they get off drop. You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah,
that level. So it's like, usually that may be the only time that I really feel that still, but it was nothing like that feeling of being in top 5 and
yeah.
seeing it drop to three
Back
and
in the
then
day,
2. And then it's like,
I just
oh
don't get
no.
that feeling anymore. I get tense and I get like my hands get a little sweaty and I'm working hard when I'm like
Yeah.
I'm in like a really sweaty game like that. But
Yeah.
back in the day, I remember just being like,
Yeah.
I got this,
It
I
was
got this,
bad. It was bad.
I can do it. Yeah. I mean, I remember when I had like 8 wins.
Yeah,
And I was proud of it. I remember I went to the court and I was like, I play Fortnite. Well, how many wins you got? I was like, yeah, 8.
they got
How many
8.
how many wins you? Oh, now
Now,
I got 8. I got 8 last night.
yeah, like, and now, mind you, this is the thing too, as well. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, right?
hmm
And when they understood that, like, no, I don't just know what Fortnite is. I play Fortnite. When they understood that, the way their eyes lit up, like they're like, wait, like you play, and then like I'll show them a
Oh my
clip,
gosh.
and they'll be like, what? Like so it's like that was a great feeling because that's a hard connect, as that's a hard connection. Like
hmm
when it starts transcending games and you just can't relate, but Fortnite is
I don't
that bridge for sure.
I don't know if I should be embarrassed of this, but like if my daughter has friends come over, they'll
Yes.
come into my office area and they'll look at my Fortnite wall and like that. Yeah, my dad plays Fortnite. He loves
No, it's
Fortnite.
amazing.
I'm like, what? I say I don't know if I should be embarrassed or like I'm hit. Let's do it.
Yo, listen.
But
No, that's
I
amazing.
don't do it for anything just because I love it and like you can connect with your kids. My kids get on and they don't play as much as me.
Yeah,
They play, but not as much as me. But they
which
join
is
me for the
amazing.
events, and I think they like that I like it. They
Yeah,
like to make fun of me, um,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
if I'm playing 2v2s and like somehow I
Yeah.
get one pump. They'll hear me scream from the other room. Uh, they like to tell that story all the time. They'll fry me up in front of guests. Our daddy, yeah, he'll yell at the game.
No, no. Listen, my wife, she literally like I guess like when I'm in a build battle, I make this noise with my mouth, and she never lets me forget it. Like it's like she tells me every time. Like it's so intense, bro. It's so intense. Like it is always intense, especially in an arena game or anything like that. Even you know what?
When you're
It's just
battling, even with your friends and stuff, when you're battling, like even if you're not in like an arena game, like if you
one
go
v
into
ones.
creative and you're doing like 1v1 or 2v2s or 3v3s, you get like I get so
Yeah,
into it, right?
yeah.
And like it's like, and you're communicating with your team. And like, my wife, this is I don't know who's gonna be listening to this, but my wife, man, she'll hear me from the other room. I'm like, I got him. I one pumped him. I pumped him. I one
I
pumped him.
pumped
My
them.
wife would come in and was like, who the hell are you talking to? What are you saying in here? I'm like,
Oh man,
shoot,
that's
you one
funny.
pumped who?
You
I'm
one
like,
pumped.
it's babe, it's just a game, babe.
You know, listen, like,
I know I'm
oh
not the only one
man,
who's thought of that, right? And it's like,
yeah,
come on now,
no,
we gotta
that's
change
funny.
this lingo.
That's funny. Like, and is man, it's amazing. It's amazing like that. I think that's what's gonna eventually happen. People starting to truly understand. Like, no, the age range you think it is definitely not it. It's definitely not. Like,
I don't know if
this
there's
game
ever been
takes
a
high
game
skill
besides
set.
maybe Pokemon
Yeah,
that has transcended that many age levels, right?
yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah, so it's like because right now there's grown adults playing Pokemon, but then if you think about it, when Pokemon first released, grown adults weren't really playing Pokemon.
no,
It was
yeah,
just
yeah.
kids.
It's the
So
same
like
exact thing that's happening. Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a game like this
Mm-hmm.
that has this many age groups playing it
Yeah.
from all these different backgrounds, from all these different countries.
Yeah.
It's just insane. But we all know that. That's why we're listening to this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because we
Right.
all love
Right.
Fortnite, or we're at least interested. And we want to invest and things like that. So,
So with
speaking to the
this,
choir.
yeah, with this podcast, we're gonna always, probably most likely every episode, we'll probably hit all these topics every single time in different ways. And sometimes we may not, but this is the way we process everything Fortnite, and that trickles into the card market within itself or the comic books. But this is the way we process it because this is the reasons why we feel the way we do about the Fortnite card market is based off of our experience in the game and following the storyline in general. So yeah,
Yeah, like
for
we're
sure.
like genuinely interested in this stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
can hear the excitement. Hopefully, you hear the
yeah,
excitement in my voice when I talk about
yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
none of this is like scripted. Like I can just
No,
literally sit here and talk with Rob for like hours
yeah,
about
literally.
different things about Fortnite, and I don't think we're ever gonna run out. So
No,
like
no.
each episode is gonna have something different. You might be able to hear some exciting stories or something funny. You might be able to relate.
Yeah,
Wish you could relate.
yeah.
So no, I'm
And
really excited. I hope you guys like follow
Yeah.
us and keep up with the podcast and stuff in the YouTube channel. You'll be able to find this on YouTube and I guess what Spotify and Apple.
Spotify, Apple, and then yeah, I think that's good right there. So,
Those two, yeah.
and then
Um,
Instagram. We can't forget. Like you'll get snippets and stuff from the Instagram page, and everything like
yeah,
that.
follow us on Instagram. We're gonna put some other stuff. We're still trying to figure out the whole Instagram page and what
Yeah.
kind of content we're gonna put there. But yeah, definitely follow us there.
Yeah.
You can hit us up at fortnitecards.com too. We're going to be
Yes.
posting probably Fortnite.com is really going to probably try to focus on the cards, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to tell you what hollows are, like the
Mm-hmm.
checklist,
Mm-hmm.
any other articles.
What?
I was starting to write some articles about top 25. We corrected the top 25.
That was a great. That was a great one,
And
bro. That was a great one.
that, in my opinion, my top 25 because Beckett ruined it.
Yeah.
But now that we have like a podcast going and stuff like that, we can really talk to you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and like the true fans can really get a good sense of like without having to go to the article and read.
Yeah.
Just listen on your way to work or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and just that way you can get a real feel of like what makes us excited, like which cards
Yeah.
or which characters do we love. I think
Because
it'll be better.
we also, and me and Dylan understand that there are card collectors in Fortnite that is way above us, with
Hmm.
their collections. So what we're bringing you is just the whole aspect of just Fortnite. I'm trying to tell y'all, like it's so much into this community in general, in so many different branches, and that's what we will accomplish with this podcast.
Yeah, I love talking about Fortnite. It's like even the people I play Fortnite with, it's like, give it a rest. We get it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so like for those, there's like I'm not the biggest Fortnite collector out there, right? Or
Not even close.
investor per se,
Nope.
right?
Yep.
Like I don't have the biggest collection by any means.
No. Yep.
Um, do I have some good cards? Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Um, but there's people out there who put my collection to shame. Like lots,
Yeah.
more than a few,
More than a
you
few.
know.
Yes, for sure. Yes. And it.
And so, what I do bring to the table is like knowledge. Is like if I had all the resources that some of these people have, then maybe I'd be the biggest, right?
Yeah.
Or even then, I don't even know because some of these people have master sets and stuff like that, and
And
that's
I
just
don't.
not what
Yep.
I'm interested in. Like I'm
And I.
literally
Yeah.
collecting because I love the game,
Uh-huh.
and I think some of the stuff is going to raise in value,
Uh-huh.
or rise in value. But at the real heart of it is like this stuff that I like to collect, right?
Yeah.
Like selling this stuff is going to be hard.
Oh. Yeah.
That goes into that story that we're going to tell maybe next week about the
Yeah.
aura.
Yeah. We'll go with that's gonna be the best part of the next podcast is the aura conversation and kind of how me and Dylan has met each other officially.
Yeah, that's exactly how we met each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's gonna be.
I did them dirty, and now we're friends. That's
Yeah.
how it
There you
works,
go.
right?
That's perfect. That's perfect. But yeah, and I think this is great because both of us, like we said, we collect what we like. So you will get the truth in, some things that we don't have, cards that we don't have in our collection at all. And sometimes we may not even get them, but we'll just give you what we feel about it. And I think that
Our
allows us
honest
to give,
opinion, right?
yeah,
Let's
that
give our
allows us to
honest
give us
opinion.
our honest opinion. So that's the truth.
And
That's
so
the
instead of us just rambling off next week,
yeah,
we're posting this on YouTube, right?
yep,
Yeah, post your comments below.
yes,
Like,
yes.
what
Give us some
questions do you have?
questions. Yes.
Is this a
Yep.
good card? No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'll let you guys know what I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
I'll be honest with it. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, right? You can take my
yeah,
opinion and throw it away if you want, but if you want to hear it, just to hear it,
yeah.
put in the comments. Like, what do you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there a story to this skin? Do you like this
Yeah.
skin? Is this one popular? Where do you think it's going?
Because
You
you
know,
have one in the that's just like sticking out right now, but we're gonna wait till next week for that. But you have Chaos Agent right there.
no, do I?
I think that's in the Optichrome. Uh yeah,
Yeah,
is that an Opti?
that is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Opticon. That was a good eye.
Dang. Yeah, yeah. So that Chaos Agent, we'll talk about that as well. That's one that blossomed. Let's say that. It blossomed. It wasn't immediate, but it kind of no, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that
Yeah,
conversation.
save that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
We've already talked so much,
yeah,
but
and we've covered multiple avenues of Fortnite, so that's great for the first one for sure.
I mean, and I think we're going to do that continuously, like each
100%.
episode. It's not just going to be like tune in and hear the story of Fortnite. Like
Yeah.
tune in, hear what we gotta say. Here we're gonna read some comments, we're gonna answer some questions, do some Q&A.
Yeah.
We want to do some live videos too, so you can message us
Yeah.
live and
Yeah.
get immediate feedback.
Yeah.
Maybe we should like do like a poll of like when people are available
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get all that information
for our
and kind of
lives.
build that around. Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, we're gonna do a podcast and YouTube shows, so
Yeah. Yep.
we're gonna probably run it back on the podcast, but we're gonna try to do some live YouTubes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's gonna be good, man. This is a good one. Great conversation. Great one.
sweet. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Well, tune in next time. I think we're at least weekly, at least,
Yeah.
if not
At
more.
least start off.
So
Yeah.
it's been fun.
All right.